Hello farmers, welcome back to Selendra. Starting off the month with some mowing. Gonna get this done first. Got a lot to do this month, not all this episode though. But what we need to do this month before we move on to the month of August, of course we're gonna cut the grass as we're currently doing. We'll have to windrow it. We're gonna bale it up into silage bales, get the bales off the field. Then the grass fields that need to be rolled. We have an oat field and a wheat field both to harvest. I can leave the straw on those fields for now. Unless it's going to rain, then I probably should bale those up and get those out the field as well. Not that it really matters, but trying to just be a little bit more realistic that way. The planks. The planks are the main thing. We got to sell those. Yeah, it's a prime price today. So if we sell all the planks that we have, which of course we're going to, we should get just under $100,000 into the bank account, and most of that will be paying off some of the loan again. I think though we will keep somewhere like $20,000 or $30,000 in the bank account, because I really won't be making any money again until November when it comes time to sell the eggs. So keeping that money in the bank account would be nice, just in case I need to buy whatever it may be that I need to buy. Hopefully not any chicken feed or feed for the horses. We should be fine there, I think. We should be all set there. The greenhouses should be good to go. But another thing we need to do this month is at least get a couple of trees, logs, into the sawmill. Still got about 5,000 liters, which means it should be good for another month. But it's borderline, and of course, you know, the sawmill, the spinnery, the greenhouses, those are the things making us the cash right now. So we got to make sure those just keep on running. Unlike the other day where I kind of goofed on the sawmill. Thought I had enough of an area for planks to spawn, and the sawmill got, well, too full. So they shut down for a few hours. Probably lost maybe a couple thousand liters of planks there. But either way, it's not doing too bad here in Selendra, especially after we sold the fabric last time, paid off a good chunk of the loan that we have. I do believe it's down to $1.25 million. So not doing that bad really. So just about done mowing here. I've already been over to the bigger grass field behind Earl over at the livestock market. I've been up there and mowed that grass. So yeah, after we get done harvesting, which will be the next step, I'll go around with maybe the oats and we'll windrow the grass on up. It's a nice little swath, and that'll allow me to make some silage bales in between episodes. At least I hope so anyways. Let me go back to that one little piece of grass that we have right there. Now the grass fields, it just seems like a lot of work in the grass fields because you do it 3 times a year. So it seems like just as soon as you finish up mowing the grass and doing whatever you may be doing with it on the farm, 3 months can go by rather quickly, and next thing you know it's like, oh, the grass field again. And the way we're trying to do it here, of course, we got the roller, and the roller gives us a stage of fertilization, but I pretty much got to roll the grass the same day as I cut it, because if I wait a month or 2, which definitely wouldn't want to do, you kind of roll the grass back to stage 1 of growth. So that's not good. So you got to pretty much do it the day you cut it, basically. But of course, the grass, when we turn it into silage, of course, in January we're going to make a good amount of money from it. So the hard work does pay off. We just got to wait another 6 months for it to show the benefits. So keeping our eye on the spruce trees as well behind the sawmill. It's good to see that the first batch have gotten to the second growth stage. I do believe there is one more growth stage. So I didn't check on it, but I think they should reach like 33 meters. I think right now they're at 25. So we'll hold off. I mean, if worse comes to worse, we got spruce trees there that we can cut. And there's definitely more trees there now than there was when we came here to Selendra. And those trees should keep the sawmill running for quite a while. Now I'm trying to figure out, do I want to plant more trees, or by the time I get to the trees back here, do I want to buy a plot of land down in the forest and kind of work that and try to do something different? I think I'll decide on that after we get the training facility up and going next year. So nothing anytime soon. But it is something in the back of my mind that we could possibly do. Not saying we're going to, but and it looks like it could be kind of a challenge, a little bit fun. And it'll definitely mix it up from what we're doing currently. Let's get this back in place here. It's good. Drop that off. Yeah, we'll use the Fendt, but yeah, the Fendt, the Fiat on the trailer for the grain. I usually been using the Deutz recently on that part, but since we're in the Fiat, let's go ahead and hook on up to that. I will park that right there. Let's go get the combine. But by harvesting the oats, we'll get us some room to get back there and get some more trees down to be brought over to the sawmill. Can't do that now because, well, we'll destroy the crops, and we don't want to do that. And of course now we do have 12 horses instead of 6, so they're going to go through the feed a little bit quicker. Actually, while the combine is out, I could probably just see if they need some straw. And I may actually use a bale pallet storage area on this map now. So after patch 1.9 came out, of course, Giants came out with their version of a bale pallet storage area. But then Omatana came out with hers, and I saw it in Hinterland, and the footprint is a lot smaller. And it's something that we could definitely use here. Let's enable straw swath, of course. So I can store the bales into there. Just got to find a nice little place to pop down a shed. Alright, so hoping for about 8,000 liters of oats. And then once we get this field done, we'll jump on over and take care of the wheat field, which wouldn't take us too long to do either. That field is kind of on the small side. I think merging the wheat field with the sorghum field right next to it, that is definitely going to happen. I'm not sure if I'm going to merge these two fields together. Because I think what I would like to do is have that field as wheat and then this field as oats. Oats will be for the horses in the training facility, and the wheat can go ahead and feed the chickens. Somewhat. It's not going to feed them throughout the year. Because the oat field will actually get smaller next year. The training facility, we're going to have a road going to it. That's where the training facility is going to go. And the road, where's the road? Kind of like right over here. You can kind of see a little bit of it right there by the header combine now. And it goes out to there. So that'll be like a path on down to the training facility. In this little spot over here, yeah, I'm not quite sure yet. Maybe just make a nice little path over to the sheep pasture here. Make it a little bit like grass or whatever. Not something I would mow, but we'll figure something out. Right now, we're just trying to use every square inch of land that we own as farming field to help feed the animals. Because we're really not selling any grain whatsoever. Everything's going to the animals as feed only. I think in our first year, maybe we had a canola field that we bought. And we sold that, but other than that, we haven't sold any type of grain. This combine seems to be about the right size for what we're doing here. In the beginning, it may have seemed oversized, but now with all the fields that we have, and the amount of fields that we have, and the size of the fields, it's working out rather well. Straw bales, of course, we'll keep until winter. Then we'll decide how much of the straw bales we need to sell and how much we plan on keeping. Once again, though, I got to remember that the training facility will need straw bales as well. So it's basically like having 2 horse pens. And I think right now we're going about 3 bales a year on the horse stable, so maybe keep about 6. But if we only have like 8 straw bales, I'll just probably think, why not just keep all of them? Just to be sure. We don't get that much money from straw anyways. So I am kind of hoping for about, like I said, 8,000 liters of oats. I think that's roughly what we get on this harvest. Although that was before when the field was at 98% yield harvest, and this year it's at 100%, so we should get 2% more. But on 8,000 liters, that's not a whole lot. But it is something. The cycle I got to get used to on this farm compared to the other series I usually run, because this one we're not doing precision farming. Is on this series we are rolling the fields, we are mulching the fields, but I just got to get used to fertilizing the fields after our harvest. Then we'll mulch the field. Then that way when we go to plant in the spring, that'll be the double stage of fertilization, and that way we don't have to worry about the fields after that. All that wonderful, wonderful oats. I don't even remember how much oats I have in storage. We only got 12,000 liters of oats, so not a whole lot, really. The eggs are looking good. That's November, but there's the planks. The fabric we're building up with already. And that is something that we could possibly upgrade as a fabric, the spinnery. The sheep are making a lot of wool recently, so the spinnery is not really keeping up with it. And by doing that, because we are losing a little bit on the cotton side as well, I could just go ahead and make one of the greenhouses full cotton. So it's kind of weird. In the beginning, I wasn't keeping up with the cotton, and we were having no problem with the wool. Now we're at the stage of we can't keep up with the wool, but we're doing fine on the cotton. But we'll make those decisions later on in the year, probably maybe after we sell everything in the wintertime. Should be very close to 8,000 liters of oats. And I don't remember how long it takes to process the horses that we take from a horse stable and put them into the training facility. So I mean, if it processes them over rather quickly to train horses, they won't go through as much feed and all that kind of stuff in that stable as they do in the other stable, where they got to be in there for 3 years at least, it seems like. And as I said before, the training facility is not really here on this map to... I mean, it's going to make us money. Am I going to get my money back on the horse stable and the money I put into the horses? Probably not. But it's a fun little thing to try on out. And I've been trying to incorporate all the animals in FS22 on a map somewhere. And since I haven't done horses yet, that's why we're doing them here. Alright, before we bring the oats back to the farm and put them into the silo, we'll empty out the combine, and I should be able to get all that wheat into the combine. Trying to evenly distribute the grain in the trailer. Should all fit in there because that trailer holds 12,500. I would love to get 12,500 liters of oats every year off this field, but I got a little bit of oats there. Let's not harvest that first because then I won't be able to get the wheat. So this is our first harvest in this field. I'm trying to remember how I destroyed the crop in this field. I don't recall what I did. It may have been actually when I was planting oats in our field or something, because sometimes even though you don't own a field, when you get to a neighboring field, it will bleed over a little bit. So even though I don't own this field, if my equipment goes over it, could have done something, I don't know. But this little bit of wheat could help us get through until all the sorghum fields are ready for harvest. I actually can't remember. Do we have sorghum left? Yeah, we got 3,500, well, 3,600 liters of sorghum left. And hopefully what they got in their feed troughs will last them until harvest time. Got a few more fields this year, so we shall see, but now we got 6 more horses as well. Well, if worse comes to worse, we got more fields that we can buy and put crop into. What I may do there, if we buy more fields, I will plant like wheat and barley into it. We'll feed the chickens wheat and barley. And all the sorghum will go towards the horses in the horse stable. Actually, I'm getting a lot of wheat off this field, more than I thought I would. Would be nice to hit 3,000. It's going to be kind of close. I think we're going to be just shy of that. Not bad. I'll take 29.40. Really, what I think I'm going to do while we got it in the combine. I don't think the chicken's going to take all of this, but we'll top them off with some food. If it will do so, maybe the trigger's too far for the combine. Nope. Okay, so where's that trigger? There it is. Okay, they're already taking more than I thought they would. And even more so. Are they going to take all of it? I might want to check on the animals here. I thought we just fed them not long ago. The sheep are okay. The chickens, okay. They still got a little bit more room for more. And the horses are doing all right as well. Okay. Well, at least they're topped off for a while, and they should be able to make it till the sorghum harvest. Right, we are done with the combine for now. So we'll put that away, then we'll grab the Fiat, bring over the oats, we'll put that into storage. I'll actually leave the combine out. The horses, I think we'll give them some straw. Like I'll leave this out so our telehandler can get in there. So I'll just park that right here. So 8608 on oats. Let that dump on into there. All right, where's that telehandler? We'll grab that. Those are all the planks that I gotta sell. Sooner the better. The price is a little bit better than what the peak price is showing. Yeah, the bale shed, in case you didn't see on Hinterland, it's only going to cost us like $10,000 to put in, and it can hold up to 250 bales or 250 items. So I can put pallets of the planks in there if I wanted to, the fabric, and of course bales. Okay, so I'm not going to take all of the bale. Well, at least I'll get them topped off. Give it about a second. And then we'll grab what's left. Okay, they didn't really take that much after all. All right, turn that off, and let's go ahead and park up the combine. Let's back up the nice hot engine right up against the nice dry straw. That's what you want to do. All right, let's grab the Deutz. And time to get this grass into a nice little windrow so we can bale it on up. And add it to our little bit of a stockpile that we got going on. And away we go. Now, getting this extra grass over here while we can has, of course, benefited quite well. But I do need to start planting more trees. I mean, I just want to make sure we got enough. I don't want to fall behind, kind of like I've done to myself now. I just wanted originally just to take the trees down back here. But now I'm going around the map a little bit. Of course, taking them down by the training facility, where the horses are going to be. And I'm trying to get too close to these trees here. Taking trees down where the training facility is going to go is not that bad of a thing. Got a clear old space anyways. I think I could plant some trees down here, and that way it's kind of out of the way of the other sets. I just can't put trees down in front of the trees I'll be taking down shortly, because if those saplings grow, then it's going to be harder to drag them back into the sawmill. So I think maybe planting about 40 trees at this end. Maybe after we get all this done in August, we can go ahead and plant 40 trees over here. I think I can stick 40 in there. Well, if I can't, then we'll just leave the saplings there, and I can plant them elsewhere. Now, I have thought once we get the money situation, meaning the loan, a lot further down, I may go ahead and start turning a couple of these grass fields into arable fields to where, you know, I could plant different type of crops in. But since we're making so much money off silage bales right now, I'm going to go ahead and keep it that way. And since we're not really in a stretch for food for the animals, yeah, we'll go ahead and just keep doing what we're doing here. But a field like this in the future definitely could be swapped over and maybe start putting in different type of crops. Of course, we still will always need a grass field, because the horses do require hay, so do the sheep. Luckily, the sheep and the horses don't seem to be going through that much of the hay. That's why we're able to make as many silage bales as we do. And that is 2 of the 3 grass fields taken care of. I'll go ahead and take care of the other one in between episodes. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and bale them on up as well. Now, let's see, I need to put the grain trailer away. We're done with that. Until it's time to harvest the sorghum. Fingers crossed. The animal trailer will come in handy when it comes time to bring the horses over to the training facility. But I will need to buy another animal transport trailer for trained horses. That's a modded trailer. Really didn't think I was going to be doing this episode, but the greed of money is just getting the better of me, so I want to go ahead and get these loaded on up. Try to load up the trailer as much as I can, but I think it's going to be 2 trips. And hopefully I don't have any issues. Whoops. Don't have any issues like I did last year when I was doing the sale of pallets. I had trouble with the Fiat doing its thing where it didn't want to move, so I reset the trailer. Or sorry, the tractor with the trailer attached to it, and the pallets went flying everywhere. I may start stacking these with the telehandler, but I may move on later on to doing it by hand, depending on how much time it takes me. But of course, I'm not going to have you sit here and watch me do the whole thing. I know a lot of you said, no, I don't like watching people load up with a telehandler with all the pallets. Let's get an auto loader. For the most part, on this series, I don't mind doing it because I don't have a load of stuff. But something like on Hinterland, where I got a lot of production buildings, East Violin. Although on East Violin, I don't think I've been doing it that much there either, other than on the bales, because we got loads and loads of bales. But definitely by doing it more and more, I feel like I'm getting better and better with the telehandler and loading pallets on up. It really doesn't take that long, especially when you do a jump cut. Well, I'm hoping I can get this last set of pallets on there, and then the rest can go on the second trailer. I think I can sneak one in here. I mean, really could have waited until the second trailer, but I'm trying to make the money that we make a little bit more dramatic, I guess. Alright, we're all strapped in. Hopefully no issues with the Fiat because I don't have to reset anything. And guess what? It won't go in reverse. You've been good for I don't know how many episodes, and now you're going to do this? Alright, lesson I learned. Detach from the trailer. I wonder if it has something to do with weight. Makes it all weird like that. If I go in here, though, and then... Can we go forward and backwards now? Okay, we can. Okay, let's back out of here. Oh, and I didn't check. There's a couple places I can bring these. Let's check here. Planks play planks. Planks play planks. Where's my planks? 1427 at the farm shop, which is right where we sell the fabric on Main Street. Which I prefer to sell there with a heavy load, because going up to the plank shop can be a little bit troublesome once in a while if I'm got a heavy load. Bouncy, bouncy. Probably should take a thumbnail because I haven't yet done so today. Not the best one, but Then again, I don't really ever take good thumbnails, I don't think anyways. It's one of those things I don't think of when I make, you know, just farming and doing stuff. It's like, oh, you need to take a thumbnail. It's like, oh yeah, that would be helpful, wouldn't it? Up and around this house. A little bit of ease of access to the store. And like always, this gets a little tricky with the setup because all the weight's going to come off the front. And then that kind of happens right there. So all the weight's in the back. Oh, until we sell enough. And... Alright, can I detach the trailer? Now that's going to be too high in the air for me to sell. I just didn't go forward fast enough to get it all into the trigger. So... There we go. So we're up to 71,000, but of course we got more to sell. But that'll be next time. So in between episodes, I'll get all the bales wrapped up. I'll have those put away, and this trailer will be loaded once again with some planks. And we'll come over here and sell the rest. And then we get to baling the straw off the field. And we'll just continue on farming. But the oats are harvested, the wheat's harvested, we got some planks sold, the grass is mowed. Oh yeah, we're going to have to roll the grass. We'll be doing that probably next episode as well. But that will do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Selendra. But until then, have a good one.